Hello! Welcome to my Psychic Zodiac tribe. I hope you're all well, and thank you for once again joining in for your Zodiac Wheel reading for November 2019. Well, we're on the home stretch now to 2020, and what a year it's been. It hasn't finished yet. Of course, this is November, and we've learned a lot through it out of all these energies, and a lot of you, I feel, have noticed that we seem to be travelling at warp speed. Well, yes, in a lot of ways that's actually quite true. The acceleration has moved up a gear. And with that, we have also been experiencing the Pluto-Saturn conjunction in Capricorn, as well as the stelliums that have been taking place in Capricorn at the beginning of the year, and we've got another one coming at the end of the year. So there's a bit of an acceleration with that, a quickening. Testings, initiations. So keeping in mind that the Capricorn energy is one that does govern the serious side of things, and I have felt that this year has been a bit serious at times, so I'm sure there's those of you that can relate to that. Now this month I'm focusing on each sign's frequency to give you a general reading and a guide for your sun sign, rising sign and moon sign. So I will delve into the different doorways of each zodiac house and share the message I find there with you. Now this will reveal aspects of your career, your health, friendship, debt, love, family, and then following the zodiac spread is your confirmation card with this month's animal totem, which I use the beautiful animal cards here. They're very gorgeous, lots of lovely helpful information, and I'd like to also welcome any of you new viewers, and just to let you know, this is a general reading for the collective, but please do join our tribe and become a member of our community by clicking on that subscribe button there. Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me again for your November Zodiac Wheel reading. Taurus. I will now center and focus for you, Taurus, into the Taurian frequency. There we have one message already. So I invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me with this reading for Taurus. Thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Taurus' highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay. Clarification. Cutting through the dead wood. Ace of Swords. New beginnings in getting things cleared up. The swords are sometimes a bit tough to actually have to deal with the energies that they're presenting, but This one is, you know, like he's meditating there, and he's contemplating his next move. So in a way, it is a time for you to embrace some of the changes. You know, keeping in mind that Taurus, you've got Uranus in Taurus now, which is it's a bit of a unsettled energy is Uranus. It's sudden. There's sudden changes and sudden surprises. That's Uranus energy. And for a lot of you, it's coming from an area of what has been hidden or what's been kept secret. And that often is about our intuition and flashes of intuition. Hence, you know, going in and asking within, and having faith in what above, so below. There's a bit of that there with that as well. So I do feel with you Taurians, you may find yourself more focused on humanity issues, which is a wonderful thing. We can all pursue a better way for society, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's a really nice energy there coming for Taurians. And you know, contemplating and really meditating on it, of how you will be able to reconcile all that with the rest of your life, and how to present it to the world without being too radical. Now, you also have here in your area of, you know, how you measure your own self-worth, the Three of Pentacles. Now, I like the Three of Pentacles because I've always found that it is saying that there will be enough resources and things will work out quite beneficial. And I just feel a little bit that, you know, yes, you have to put in the work, and some of you have begun a new career or a new upgrading new skills, or getting up to speed with something, but this is saying that, you know, keep persevering and keep working on it, because you're heading in the right direction, and on a financial level it is going to sustain you. You are going to be able to sustain yourself. So yeah, I really like that energy being there in that second house. Communication is the Six of Cups. So this is letting me know... Oh, where are we? There we are. Got it on a strange angle. This is letting me know that there is reflections of the past and communication with people from your past. Now, this isn't necessarily neither good nor bad. It's just saying that, you know, and it possibly could be too, because of that Mercury going retrograde on the 31st of October, and it stays retrograde until November. This also could be a message to let you know that you've got to retrace something. You're delving into things deeply, because you're preferring the deep meaning behind things, and understanding an issue deeply. Superficial knowledge isn't really what you're interested in. So there could be some intense communication also. with that Mercury in Scorpio. But talking and sharing with your partner is also beneficial. Alright, so there's speedy happenings as well, but so things are unfolding quickly, but we are moving and accelerating now. So it does feel that you know, everything's moving at a rapid pace. But I do like the energy of the Six of Cups being shown here, because it's letting me know that you're coming from a deep, meaningful, compassionate place, Taurus. So you're really getting in touch with that, with your emotions as well, without being a drama queen about it, you know. Because the Hierophant here, in the base of the matter, is our foundation, and the Hierophant shines his inner light and finds his own inner guidance and cuts through quietly on his own. So yeah, I'm really being shown there's a lot of deep reflection going on, deep meaningful communication as well, and emotional, getting in touch with your emotions, but being able to stay authentically who you are and finding stability with that, and even learning something new about yourself at the same time. And we have this beautiful temperance here in your area of fun and children. So finding the balance, being able to go with the ebb and flow is the temperance card. It's also being able to enjoy some pleasures. So don't forget to look after you, Taurus. Don't forget that you are you're the rock, and if you're not following your inner light and trusting your inner guidance, then everything will be knocked out of whack. But this is showing me here that those of you that are trusting your inner guidance and listening to your higher self, realizing that you are co-creating as you go. It's not a case of things are just happening to you. It's, you know, you're co-creating. So this area where you've got temperance influencing your children, your relationship with them, as well as your hobbies and the creative side of yourself, is flowing very well. And for those artistic Taurians out there, this could be because you're getting in touch with that deep emotional side. With work, you've got justice. Now, I'm happy to see that there, because that means you've got you're bringing about in your life that work-life balance, to me. As well as there's new contracts for some of you to sign, new business contracts, new job contracts. Yeah. So legally, I feel that you've got a victory, Taurus. Now, you've also got, astrologically, there's Mars there travelling through your 6th house through November. And this will give you the vigour that you need. And you may have to deal with some conflict, but this Justice card is showing that you will get on top of that. And try not to push your body too hard if you've got a heavy labouring job. Take it Take it easy on yourself. And there's those of you that also will find you're wanting to embark on a new daily exercise kind of routine too. Now Mars is going into Scorpio on the 19th of November. So that brings about the strong desire for diplomacy and justice. And I also feel that it's also influencing that creative urge that I was being shown there. Okay? Now here, with the Queen of Swords, some of you may be having to deal with a difficult partner, whether that's a business partner, relationship partner, or partners of any kind, business, friendships, enemies. And the Queen of Swords can be a very cutting kind of person that you know, says things that are just like, oh, you know, like that hurt. Yeah, so just be careful dealing with someone who may find, you may find that they feel that they're an authority over you, or something like that. They may well be. They may be a boss or you know, above you in status, but that doesn't give them the right to be cutting and nasty, really. So I'm getting a nasty kind of feeling about that. So I might just ask the Divine for direction with this influence here for Taurus through their 7th house of partnerships. What message do you have for Taurus to do with... Thank you. Okay, so communication is your message, Taurus. Communicate with others more freely, speak up, and you have the right to be heard. So let me know what that is relating to for you in the comments. Okay, so then here we go with the planting of a new seed. So sometimes you don't have to be the one that does all the talking. Sometimes it's best to listen, and then you can use your hermit knowledge and wisdom to maybe influence others by just planting the seed. That's what Spirit's telling me. Plant the seed. Because this is dealing with others, and I feel that it's from the home base. It's dealing with other people. And the two energy is always a master number. A 2 is a master number. So it is a very powerful energy that is vibrating for you there. And you know, with what's going on astrologically, there's a lot of emphasis in that area of joint enterprises, other people's money and resources. Now at this time, because Jupiter is in Sagittarius, which is representing your 8th house, Taurus, it could end up being very beneficial. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, and just have faith that from little things big things grow. Now with this influencing, the Eight of Cups influencing that area of higher knowledge and learning. It's also our spiritual area of our zodiac wheel in a lot of ways, is the 9th house. Now, this is showing me with somebody's walking away, but there's still cups still full. So you may not be able to spend as much time with someone as what you had hoped. They've got to go. For whatever reason, they've got to go. But I do feel that they will be returning. This also could be a situation where you feel restricted in exploring the meaning of life as it affects you. Yeah. Now, the message here with that is to be conservative. Because there are strong worldly ambitions connected here to this Eight of Cups. Because I feel that maybe somebody's got to go away for work and they're feeling like they want to stay with their loved one, and they know that it's all still there ready for them, but they have to go, but they will return. Now, here in your career, if you're the one that has to go away for work from your loved ones, this is showing the Six of Pentacles. So it's the give and take of life, and it is also letting you know that financially you're going to benefit. It's also the windfall for me, this card. I feel when I see the Six of Swords, I feel that things are going to be working out in your favour better than what you think. Now, this area of the career and the zenith of our wheel is traditionally governed by Capricorn, so it's got that Capricorn energy, and it is about being the Capricorn energy is about authority. It's about being a hard worker and a responsible worker, and I just feel that this message here of the Six of Pentacles in that area is letting you know that you are going to be rewarded for that. There's something coming to you as a little bonus to say, well done, Taurus. So you're doing well. Now, but for some reason you're feeling a little bit... Oh, sorry, I've dropped it. Okay. So, but when if you're in the situation, which I feel there's those of you watching that are in that situation where you can't be at home with your loved ones and you can't spend as much time with your friends as what you used to, and you feel like you're cut off, but it's not necessarily so. It's sort of letting you know that you can take this time to take the break, and while you're taking a break you can focus and get clarity so that you can forge back out into the world again. Because in that isolation, if kind of situation, you can get those intuitive flashes which really inspire you along. And if there is some feeling of loss or lack, because the Five of Pentacles, the message that actually comes with that card is the dark night of the soul. But you are to remember and keep in mind, Taurus, that it is always darkest before the dawn. And this is not a permanent state in which you have no no control over. Even if you do feel that you know it's out of your hands, you can use this time to express your spiritual visions through your art, or you may be able to assist someone from a more conscious, mindful way than what you have been able to in the past. Because I feel there is someone else connected to this that you sort of got to dig deep. So I'll ask the Divine Direction cards for any guidance or messages to do with the area of friendships, hopes and wishes. 5 of Pentacles. What message do you have for Taurians that are feeling that dark night of the soul situation happening? Which I do feel for some of you is because of this not being able to be where you want to be. It will be lifted because of this offering or gift, or for some of you a windfall. Okay, so we have a couple of cards there from the Divine Direction messages. So the first card that came out is balance. It's time to find balance in your life. What is most important for you? Which, again, finding the clarity here with the Ace of Swords. A whole new way of thinking is coming through, I feel. Thank you, Spirit. Decide. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides to help. So that's another thing with the Dark Night of the Soul situation. It is a time where you do need to decide. You need to make some decisions. That doesn't mean don't reach out, because you do need to find balance in your life. You know, don't let yourself get and try not to let yourself get too pulled in to the what could be the morbidity of that soul searching, because that is what your the Dark Night of the Soul actually is all about. It's about searching your soul for what you want, Taurus. So what you want. So make sure your self-talk here, what are you telling yourself, is make sure you just remind yourself of all the good things that you do and the good things that you've done, and focus on what you ultimately want to become. Okay? So through this period now, from here through to 2020, it is literally a case of deciding who we want to become. And I'm feeling that message very strongly for you, Taurus. So Mercury goes in Scorpio, goes retrograde on the 31st of October until the 20th of November, and that's the time to retrace your steps or your decision, or you may be presented with something you've got to go back over and go back through, and it could very well be something from the past coming back. Okay, Taurus. Now I just want to ask for the confirmation card message from the animal totem cards. What animal medicine do you have for Taurus for November 2019? So stay focused on the task at hand and know that for every challenging situation, you will come through to the other side, wiser and more enlightened. Keep your antennas up, Taurus. Tune in. And remember, what you think is what you get. So think kind thoughts, think good thoughts about yourself. Be kind to yourself. No one can be as kind to yourself as what you can. And no one can be as hard on themselves as what you can either. And that's true for us all. So be kind. Be nice. Give yourself that special treat. Okay, so what is the confirmation card message for Taurus? Thank you. There we go. Thank you. Oh, we've got a couple of messages here for you. Okay, Taurus. Queen of Spring, the Persian cat. So this is saying, don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. You're talented, brilliant, independent and charming. Woo woo. Well, you are, Taurus. You're ruled by Venus too. And Venus, well, Venus is going into, it's in Sagittarius, but it's going into Capricorn on the 26th. And Venus in Sagittarius at the moment is wanting you to share your adventures with your partner. Okay? And manifest your dreams. Definitely. And it's also a good time and possibilities with Venus there transiting through your 8th house as well for attracting external resources easily. So that's a really good little bit of knowledge to have up your sleeve. And enjoy the cycle of transformation, because the planet is transforming, and the world, as the people become more at one with our planet, are transforming as well, and on a very intense level. So, you know, embrace that in some ways. Now, I also just want to mention the full moon is in Taurus on the 12th of November. And the new moon is in Sagittarius on the 27th of November. And then the shift into Sagittarius comes when the sun goes into Sagittarius on the 22nd of November. So Sagittarius, so the sun's actually in Scorpio at the moment. So there's a lot of Scorpio energy affecting us here through a lot of November. But I just wanted to give you those dates too, because it's significant dates that you can, you know, just use as the time of making moves and making changes. All right. So the moon enters Taurus on the 11th and becomes full on the 12th. So around about the 12th of November, you can see what is culminating for you out of that. And then on the 27th of November, you can be in a position to put forward your new intentions and make your wishes. So having said that, your second confirmation reading is contentment means coming from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It is important to honour traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. And it's the golden retriever dog. Oh, isn't that beautiful? They're such gorgeous dogs, aren't they? Where's my Kobe? He's usually in here with me. He hasn't come in today. Now, isn't that lovely? So it's also letting you know that your heritage is important, and tradition is also important. And the ancestors left clues and information for us all. And even in this modern world, in a really big way, our ancestors really did know an awful lot that we think they weren't advanced, but it's interesting to actually really contemplate that they actually were quite advanced. And yeah, so love your family, love your parents. That's the message I'm getting from this. Treasure your grandparents while they're still around, and know that you can learn from them. And then your other message is the humpback whale. Beautiful. King of winter. So at this time it is very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional. That's the Ace of Swords. And act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. Wow. And the key words are intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. Beautiful. Well, Taurus, I hope that has helped you with some of your decisions and clarified a few things that maybe you want to move on or put forward through November. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing and giving me the thumbs up. And please do leave a comment and let me know how this reading resonates for you, and if this is a reading that you really feel is touching on your experience, please by all means get in contact with me, whether it's through following me on the Psychic Astrology group on Facebook or leaving me a message through my website or email, and all the information is down below there for you to source me out. Look forward to hearing from you, and thank you so much, Taurus. Have a wonderful November. It looks like you're really going to you know, get things going and co-create the way you want these shifts and turns to take place. So until next time, namaste.